For nearly 30 years, there has been a goal in the manufacturing world of creating a seamless, art-to-part transition from concept to design to cutting the physical part with little or no translation of the digital data. With a single data source, people of different disciplines can improve the design, analyze its performance, prepare the tooling, and even begin building marketing materials in the early stages of a product development, all in parallel. Moreover, this doesn't need to happen in the same office, in the same building, or even on the same continent. Contributors can be anywhere and even use different devices to access the data and contribute. The efficiencies added by this process are not only in time, but in energy and materials, as deficient designs can be detected before any physical materials are used, tooling built, or marketing materials distributed. In many ways, the digital manufacturing workflow is a model of sustainability. Today, not everyone is able to access the true digital manufacturing workflow. The tools that make it possible are often out of reach both in cost and learning curve for many small businesses, startups, and individuals. This doesn't change the value or the effectiveness of a digital manufacturing workflow. It just means that the existing ways it is accessed must be rethought. The tools that are most commonly used today rely heavily on expensive data management systems that can take years to implement. The structure of the data required to make these management systems effective limit the bandwidth for exploration because of the overhead for tracking changes that might not produce a desirable end result. In an ideal world, these technologies would be democratized in cost and accessibility. Individuals and small businesses that have the most to gain from being able to quickly change from design to analysis to manufacturing in a matter of minutes rather than weeks stand a better chance of surviving to bring their ideas to the world. The original goals of a digital manufacturing workflow were worthwhile, and now we are not only able to achieve them, we are starting to see new opportunities for digital data to improve the product development process. On the horizon, the next phase in the evolving digital manufacturing workflow will use the computer not as a tool, but as a partner, perhaps even as the originator of a new idea. The new manufacturing processes are opening options that were unimaginable a few years ago. These new ways of making things will require us to augment our imagination and to use simulation as a guide to the initial design rather than the last step for validation. And tools that define how the parts will be built can take cues from the simulation results. The three primary pillars of design, engineering, and manufacturing will be seen as interconnected peers in a way we are just beginning to understand. The someday of digital manufacturing is today, and it will be history soon as we continue to advance.